Rolling. Crikey, here we are. Back in Mixdown headquarters. Here we are in Mixdown headquarters.
Do you need some more coffee?
I don't think so.
No, too much.
No, glass of water, perhaps. Yeah. For another exciting, thrilling episode of Is It? And today, I can see what we're looking at, and I'm excited already. What are we looking at, Shawnee?
We are looking at the UAD version of the API2500 compressor.
Wow. Tell us some more.
Okay, so the API2500 is API's bus compressor. In the days where everyone mixed on analog, people would either use the SSL bus compressor built into their desk, or they might use the 33609 from Neve, or they might use the API2500. More recently, since hybrid working and digital and all the rest of it, it's become a bit more synonymous with the drum bus. A lot of people love it on the drum bus. It has a real smack sound to it. I like it for that, it's got to be said. And yeah, UAD have done a modelled version of it. It's got everything the original had, pretty much. They've taken the 19-inch rack, chopped it in half and put one bit on top of the other bit, and it's pretty faithful. It's got everything the original had, including the tone section. Really like the tone section, and it's also got the thrust button. We love the thrust button.
Well, I've just chicka. All the jokes are just going through my mind, but it's a bit too obvious, isn't it?
You like a bit of thrust.
I like giving a bit of thrust. I wouldn't say that.
I think you're a bit past that, Dan. I think you're more into taking a bit of thrust these days.
It's never really been my thing.
Sure?
You've nothing against it.
It's not
just not for me.
Okay.
It's just not for me taking the thrust.
Yeah.
What does the thrust button do, Sean?
Well, it's very complicated. I looked this up once because I wasn't entirely sure.
I've always read instructions.
No, I did have to look it up because I'm like, what is it doing? Because basically you push the thrust button, and if you're using it on a drum bus, it gets a lot more
thrusting.
Some people call it. There's a plugin somewhere that calls it knock, and that's a good name for it. It does. We're in innuendo hell here, aren't we? It does give it more oomph. It gives a lot more sort of clonk to the bottom end.
Okay.
And if you look at UAD's explanation of it, it says there's a high pass on the detection circuit for more punch on the low end, which I think is generally the gist of what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that if you talk to someone at API, they will tell you that they take an inverse of the high pass, or something. They do something very clever.
Yeah.
Anyway, you push it, and the bottom end just has a lot more oomph to it.
Does it?
Yeah.
What, bottom end?
No, not bottom end.
Just that?
It's kind of, I think it takes the real bottom end out of the detection circuit. So that
with a low pass, you'd think. So that
I don't know. But it does, it just works on drums.
Well, if we were to want to find out ourselves, could we go and get a demo?
You could.
And how long might that demo last for?
UAD do full 30-day demos, Dan.
Do they?
How does that sit with you? Because that's a multiplier of 10. You don't like 20-day demos, so how do 30-day demos sit with you?
14, I'd prefer if it was a 28.
Such a funny geezer.
I know.
Don't want 30 days, I want 28. True enough. Yeah. True enough.
So, 30-day demo, that's insane, actually. Because
it's a long time.
You could literally, you could use that for a whole project on a demo.
You could.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's too long. If I was a manufacturer, if I ran UAD,
yep,
and a programmer came in and said, or a sales guy, we're going to do 30-day demo, I'd be like,
why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not think? Because you could get it, do a whole project with it, for free.
You could.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That seems a little long to me.
Okay, well, I'll have a word with him, see if I can shorten it.
But that's great, isn't it? So we can go and have a go and, for 30 days.
Yeah. There's a few other things I should mention, like it has a headroom adjust again, which is really handy to have. There's the link mode, same as on the hardware, which is invaluable, and it's kind of unique to, well, it's not unique to API, but it certainly was back in the day. More people are putting it on their compressors these days, which basically means you can adjust from sort of 0 to 100% how much left and right are linked. So I always use the floor tom as the example. If you have a floor tom panned and someone clonks it does the whole mix
thing. Yeah,
swash,
yeah.
or do you want to leave the other channel alone? And you can just dial it in, and that's a really nice feature. That's why it works so well on the drum bus for me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How much is it? I bet this is going to be pricey, isn't it?
Well, there's two things we need to discuss before the price.
Okay.
First of all, as you may have noticed, this is the very first UAD plugin we have ever reviewed.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is, well, now they will let you natively buy a plugin. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You can just go and buy a plugin. So all of a sudden, that's made life easier for the rest of us. Also, they are doing an insane sale right now.
Are they?
Yeah. So this is normally 299 quid.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for a plugin.
That is a lot of money.
That would be getting a shit outcome.
It would be
Yeah, 299. That's too much.
Yeah, it is too much. Yeah.
However, in the sale right now, you can go and get it for 39 quid.
You see, that's a steal.
That's an absolute steal. Okay. And the other thing we need to talk about is that we reviewed another modelled version of this plugin made by Lindell.
Yeah.
Put out by Plugin Alliance. Might have been earlier this year.
Yep.
Oh no, might have been early last year.
This can't be earlier this year.
No, it can't be earlier this year because we haven't done it earlier this year. Yeah. Earlier last year. Yeah, we reviewed the Lindell, which was very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And I did line these two up, and they're so similar.
Are they?
It's quite. They're not identical, I don't think, but it's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
they both sound like the.
I really like the look of this. Actually, I mean, UAD. They're UAD for a reason, aren't they? I mean, love them or hate them. They're good at what they do. Could you just turn your card around so I can read it? The UAD API2500.
Yes, that's the one.
Is it shit, Sean?
It really isn't. No, it's an amazing compressor, and for 39 quid. I don't know how long this sale's going on. I don't even know if it will still be going by the time you see this. But go and have a look because that's a steal. At that
30-day demo anyway. Yeah, 30-day demo.
Yeah. Go and demo it. Try it out. A few things you'll soon see.
Okay, good stuff. Before you do that, please like the video.
Yeah, and subscribe to the channel if you wouldn't mind. Makes a big difference.
It does. It really helps.
Also, we have an Instagram, which is Studio Life 101.
And
Patreon, and there's a merch store and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's all down there.
Yeah. So, go and have a look, have a click. And until then, we will see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.